Morning, everybody. It is November the 10th, Saturday, 2018. Just picked up mine and Jared's breakfast from McDonald's, and I'm headed to his house to pick him up. Today, the temperature is 31 degrees. It is snow flurrying right now as we speak, but it is windy. Now, how that's going to affect us hunting today, I have no clue. It seems like when it's windy, the deer aren't moving, especially if there's a lot of wind. But we should be into the rut. The starting phases of it, something. Several friends of mine that I know on Facebook, it's on a club adjacent to ours, have already gotten some nice looking bucks. They say that the rut has kicked in. These bucks were bumping does. So Jared and I are trying it. This is our last hunt before going to camp. This time next week, we'll be at camp. We'll head it up to camp. We're leaving on Saturday, November the 17th for a week-long rifle hunt. I pick up Alvin this coming Wednesday from the airport. He's flying in from Washington State, and we'll be going to camp with us. So I'm going to concentrate on driving, go get Jared picked up. We'll eat our breakfast while we're driving. Next video will be from over on the lease. See you then. Good morning, everybody. It's right now about 7 o'clock. Sunrise was 6:58, but my gosh, it got lighter out here than what we thought. We started in about 15 after 6, but I guess it's where there's no leaves on the trees now, except for the oaks. It got brighter quick. Didn't jump nothing coming in. Got a light dusting of snow. It was 29 degrees when we got out of the truck. It's a little breezy. Setting up there where the truck was, it was blowing pretty good, but here in my stand, it's just, you can hear it up in the trees. It's just a light breeze. But this is the last hunt before we go to camp. Jared's after anything. Buck, doe, whatever comes his way. Of course, I'm holding out for a buck. I've already got my doe. It's in the freezer. So I'm going to put this camera away and sit back and see what happens. I'm going to have my grunt tube and my doe bleed out. Some of the guys that we've watched on Facebook, on a club just across the road from us, they're saying they're seeing rutting activity. The bucks are bumping does. So we did find one fresh scrape walking in close to Jared's stand. So we're just going to see what today holds for us. Stay tuned. J J True Outdoor Adventures. Finally got my camera arm de-iced so I could get the camera in it. So hopefully I can get some footage if a nice buck walks in, capture it on camera. But everything in here is frozen. It's taken me good 20 minutes just to get the camera arm thawed out to where I could use the camera arm. So, just give you a little update. It's cold out here. Clouds are starting to part. I can see, haven't seen the sun poke through yet, but you can see there's openings in the clouds. You can see some blue skies. It's supposed to get sunny this afternoon, but it ain't supposed to get out of the 30s. So, we'll sit back and keep our fingers crossed something will come through, something will start moving. .30. Just had a buck come through. Undoubtedly he was tracking. He was right over there. Don't know if I got him on the video or not. He went down the little draw, down the hill. He was just walking at first and he started trotting down the hill. He got on the bottom. I used the doe bleat. It looked like he was going to come back up. And then he turned and went on back down the bottom. And I guess over on the other side, I've lost complete sight of him. I don't know where he went to. Don't know how many points he was or nothing. But this is probably 80, 90 yards. And I can see his rack. He's not the big one I'm after. I think today, if he'd have come in, I might have went ahead and took him. He was a nice size one. He's just not the one that I've got on camera. And Jared and I just got to the truck. It's 5 to 12. We're getting ready to eat some lunch. We brought lunch with us. And I've done put my backpack in the truck, put my bow in the truck. Jared just dropped his backpack, he put his bow in the truck, and just happens to look down the road, and there's a buck standing down there. Jared grabs his bow and starts walking down this trail, and I'm watching. I just stayed right here. I didn't move, I just stayed right here. Jared kept going. That buck just stood there. And Jared might have got within, I don't know, 60 yards, maybe 70, and the buck went across the road. And Jared has walked on out the roadway, I guess to see if he can see him, ambush him, whatever. I'll know something later. I'll show you where that buck was standing, if I can get it here on camera. That buck was standing right out there, right about there. He come between that hump in the sunlight and was standing right there. Now, that's the one advantage Jared had with him. The sun was behind him. But that's where that buck was standing. and it crossed the road at an angle. Again, this is an old power line right-of-way road. But I don't know if Jared still sees it or what, but I haven't heard nothing from him, and I haven't seen him coming back. So just have to wait and see. But that's something. Come out to the truck to have lunch. Jump on here coming. I seen that buck this morning. I finally checked the yard. It was like 74 yards where that buck was standing and walking on that trail, trailing, I guess, a doe that had come through there earlier. And that was it. And then come to the truck and see that one come up off the hill and stand right there and look at us.
I lost it.
Huh?
As soon as it went into the woods, I lost it.
Did it go in the woods?
Yeah, it crossed right where we come out.
Mm-hmm.
It crossed right there, and I watched it go, and it went straight. It ran down. I'm pretty sure it ran down into this bottom. I'd say it's ran down and crossed over into the power line on the other side. He said that buck this morning was dark chocolate brown.
Mm-hmm.
So
I wonder if that's him.
I just wondered, we seen the buck tracks in the road where we was coming out. Well, it was just standing over here, and as we got up here, I watched it turn around and come back. When I told you not to move,
Mm-hmm.
I seen his head and his rack move over here in front of one of these trees. And at first I thought, well, maybe it's just wishful thinking. That's why I was saying, just wait a minute. And then I seen it move, and I was like, oh crap, there it is.
Came in behind that backside of that briar thicket or whatever it is right there, that hump.
And all I could do was try to ease up on it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like there's any cover out here.
Well, the one benefit you had, as I said earlier in the video, is you had the sun behind you.
Well, I probably didn't get any closer than 60, 70 yards.
Well, that's what I estimated. Jared and I are back out in the woods again. It's a little after 2. We got about 3 hours to hunt. We've opted not to even sit in our tree stands, basically hunting from the ground. Like I said, this is our last Saturday before we go to camp. And I mean, I had that buck come in this morning, but I ended up ranging it with my rangefinder. He was about 74 yards away, and never come in any closer. Jared hadn't seen nothing, and then we go to the truck to eat lunch, and we're unloading our gear, and look down the power line access road, and there's a buck. He's just standing there staring at us. Well, Jared gets his bow and he starts working his way down that way. Like I told you in the video, probably got within 60 or 70 yards, and finally the buck crosses the road, goes over into the woods. Jared goes on up and he disappears, and he's gone for 15, 20 minutes, and he never did see him again. So the buck was moving. Bucks were moving this morning. Just where he's at, he didn't see nothing. So he's doing the same thing I'm doing, just kind of walking around, find a spot and maybe
find a log to set on and see what comes by, if anything. But it's about 32 degrees according to the Weather Channel app. It feels like 23. It's still breezy. Yeah, the sun's out, but just don't know where these deer are at. I haven't seen any does, so I don't know where they're at. But I'm gonna concentrate on hunting, find me a spot. But I thought I'd give you a little update. We're back in the woods and gonna hunt till about 5, and then ease our way out. I might come in Monday. I'm off Monday for Veterans Day, and I'll go ahead and take this time and wish all of our veterans a happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. We thank those who have given all that they could give, are no longer with us. We thank their families. We thank those who are away during the holidays through Thanksgiving and Christmas and can't be with their loved ones. We just thank all veterans, past, present, and in the future. We thank you for your sacrifice. We wouldn't have this great country we have right now if it wasn't for you. Go ahead and turn the camera off. Find me a good spot to set and hunt. Well, I've picked me a place to hunt. I'm sitting up on a hill, got a 30-yard shot down this bottom, and I'm just above an old single-man ladder stand that's been abandoned. We've hunted out here 11 or 12 years. That stand has been there all this time. No one's ever used it. So I'm kind of under the assumption that whoever was in the club either left and didn't care about the stand, or maybe something happened to them and nobody knew that stand was here. But I know it's been there quite a long time. Jared's hunting on the other side of the knoll where we jumped that one deer and went on the back side of that knoll from where I'm at. So Jared's on that side. And like I said, we're in here for an evening hunt. Hunting from the ground, not a tree stand. I figured down in this bottom maybe be less wind and the deer might be moving down here. Just have to wait and see. Well, I had started out of here because it's 5 o'clock. And I got to right where I come up onto the select cut on the skid road. And just up the hill there, took my rangefinder and looked. It was about 72 yards. I jumped a doe. She ran on top of the knoll. Jared's on the back side of the knoll if he's still there. She might run down towards him. I don't know. Let me turn the camera around and I'll show you. She was right in there. She jumped up on top of the knoll and went out the knoll, and it just circles around. So hopefully she'll come in where Jared's at. Hopefully she don't drop off on the back side over there. So I'm going to stay right here. I'm not going to go no further until I get a text from Jared saying he's ready to go. Because that's 2 deer now we've jumped off that knoll. One, we didn't know what it was, but it was up there and apparently bedded down, and on the other side of that knoll there is a scrape. So we thought it could have been a buck laying there to where he could wind, because the wind's coming that way from backside up to the top, and then where he was laying he could hear anything back here, but we never did see where it went. It just, we think it went across the top and down the other side. But sunset's at 5:16. Like I said, I'm out here at Select Cut, and I don't know if you can see through there. The sun's still hitting top of the trees over there. So I'll wait until Jared's ready to head out. He'll send me a text letting me know he's ready to go. And I'll just stay here and watch this skid road and this Select Cut. But my chances of seeing a buck that I want to take probably slim to none. But there's week after next, opening of buck season, and we'll be at camp up at the Monongahela National Forest. Me, Jared, and Alan. So this will probably be the last video of bow hunting till we get back from up there, and then we may come on over here and do some more bow hunting. So until next time, thank you for watching J J True Outdoor Adventures.